Hey Red Devils, it's Michelle here. Coach Jack and I were talking about ways to combine my love and passion for fitness and CrossFit specifically with softball. All right, with you guys, very athletic bunch of girls. There's definitely room for improvement in terms of your strength, agility, power, just a bunch of different things. And in my biased opinion, CrossFit is the way to go. So I decided to basically develop some workouts for you guys to do that requires minimal equipment. This first workout requires zero equipment, so that should be good for everybody. Everybody can do it. I will go over the movements, go over the range of motion, which is a term that you're going to become very familiar with, and just describe the workout and the objectives. So the first workout is going to be a triplet, and in CrossFit a triplet just means 3 different movements that you repeat over and over for a specified amount of work. The first workout is going to be 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 15 squats, 5 rounds for time. So I'm going to review those movements with you. I'm sure you've done all 3 of those movements, but probably not to CrossFit standards. So let's review those and get to it. All right. Okay, guys. First up are 5 push-ups for each round. All right, and a push-up standard is pretty particular. All right. First of all, you've got your hands just outside your shoulders. You can kind of play around with it, but ultimately you want them right here. You don't want to get you don't want them to get too wide. So you want them about right here. It's all up for your comfort level too. But the closer in, the more power you get that direct push over that joint of the shoulder. So yeah. Also, you want to keep that body in a flat plank position. So rather than, I'm sure you guys seen the dumpy butt doing push-ups or the butt high in the air doing push-ups. We want to keep that flat plank position, all right? So imagine from your heels up to your shoulders is a straight line. So when we actually do a push-up, let me actually get in the screen here. All right, so when we actually do a push-up, we want to see a full range of motion, and by that I mean chest and thighs touch the ground with the body, all right? And at the top, maintaining that flat plank position, I get lockout with my elbows, all right? So again, chest and thighs to the ground, full lockout with my elbows. Now, if you can't do it from your toes, you can easily do it from your knees, all right? There's no shame in doing a girl-style push-up as long as we can get the full range of motion there, all right? But with the knees, you want to make sure you keep that plank position. So I'll go over that. From the knees, notice how from the knees to my shoulders is now a straight line rather than my ankles to my shoulders. I'm going to go chest and thighs touch the ground, and then full lockout on the top, all right? This is your scale if you can't go from your toes, all right? That's the push-up. All right, the next movement involves a sit-up. I'm sure you all have done a sit-up from time to time in your life. I'm going to go over the range of motion again, all right? Full range of motion is shoulders touch the ground, and then shoulders are stacked over the hips at the bottom, and I'll demo. Let me adjust this camera for you guys. All right, so you're sitting on the ground. Knees bent, basically about 90-degree angle. I do not want you to anchor your feet, all right? That causes you to use your hip flexors too much, and that's not the idea of the movement, all right? So at the bottom of the sit-up, we're looking for shoulders are touching the ground. Shoulders literally make contact with the ground. And then at the top, I don't care where you put your hands, if you put them behind your head, do not pull on your head, okay? Let's just go ahead and say don't put your hands behind your head. So you can put them over your chest, you can throw them up, all right? But at the top of the sit-up, notice how my shoulder is in line with my hip, okay? This is the top of the sit-up. Too often I see people stop that sit-up right here, all right? You're doing sit-ups like this, trying to go really fast, but they're stopping right here. That's not the full range of motion. We want you to sit all the way up, and by all the way up, that shoulder is right above that hip. Make sense? All right? So this is what a good rep looks like. Good reps. I don't care what your feet do. You can straighten your legs out. Notice I kind of have to. But ultimately, all I'm looking for are shoulders touch the ground, shoulders above the hips at the top. All right? That's sit-up. The final movement is a squat. I know if you're a catcher, you squat a whole lot, but I want to go over the points of performance of the squat. Let me actually get my feet in the shot. All right? Hope you guys can hear me. Now with the squat, you want to make sure you keep a good set back. All right? I never want to see a rounded back. Always keep that chest up. Your feet are going to be just outside, shoulder width apart, maybe right under your shoulders. Basically a good position that you can get in that will make you go down to the bottom, all right, to actually be able to hit the bottom. So my flexibility is kind of weak. So if my feet are closer together, I can't hit the bottom. This is about as far down as I can go without falling, all right? So this is my stance. This is my squat stance. My toes are pointed out about 30 degrees. Let me make sure they get in the shot. About 30 degrees, all right? So I actually use my arms to offset my balance in the squat so I can stay up, all right? Notice how I'm driving through my heels at the bottom. My feet are flat at the bottom. Now for the side angle, you can see at the bottom of the squat, my back set, my hip crease is below my knee. That's another range of motion point. My feet are flat on the ground. You do not see my heels coming up, okay? That's an unhealthy squat, and you're gonna hurt your knees. Oftentimes people think squatting below parallel is dangerous for your knees, and it is strictly when you let that heel come off the ground. If that heel's solid on the ground, you're good to go, especially below parallel, and below parallel is what I'm looking for, all right? So what you wanna do, keeping that chest tall, using these arms to kind of keep your balance, you wanna go down. Notice how I said where my hip crease is below my knee, all right? There's a crease that happens as I start to lower my body, all right? So oftentimes people squat to here. That's not a full range of motion. I'm looking for full depth here, full depth at the bottom, full extension at the top. Again, you want shoulders stacked over your hips, stacked over your knees. All right, if you stop that motion here, all right, I'm shorting the range of motion. This is not the top of the squat, this is. All right, so I'm gonna bang out 10 squats for you. This is the way I want it to look. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's what I'm looking for, especially if you're gonna go fast. Make sure you hit that bottom and hit the top points. All right, guys, your workout of the day, abbreviated WOD, we call it WOD, so become familiar with that term. Your workout for today will be 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 squats, 5 rounds for time. All right, you see RFT here, that just stands for rounds for time. So this is the time workout. You're gonna do this work 5 times as fast as you can go. And I'll show that to you right now. All right, so in CrossFit, we use clocks. And our go signal is just 3, 2, 1, go. All right? So again, it's 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 squats, 5 rounds for time. I'm just going to call it for myself. You're not going to get a clock in the shot, but have somebody time you while you do this workout. All right? So 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, how was that? So at the time of 3:36, you can see that the workout really doesn't take all that much time. And you can work pretty hard in that 3 minutes and 36 seconds or faster. So, some of you may find it's too easy, and I would be pumped if you did. You know, that means you're a little bit advanced, more advanced than I thought you'd be. And if you find it a little challenging, that's no problem at all. CrossFit is not easy. It's not supposed to be. But I definitely wanted to give you guys a good baseline style workout that's not going to put you on your butt too quickly. So, but that's what a CrossFit workout's like. The objective was to do the work as fast as possible. So 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 15 squats, 5 rounds for time, going as fast as you can. If you have to stop, if you have to get water, that's no problem. Alright? Just remember, give it your full effort. If you have any questions, send me an email at c.michellekinney@gmail.com.